Zoom in and obsess. Zoom out and observe. We get to choose. What's good people? It's your man Crucial, aka Mr. Brothers, aka Kerry Crucial Brothers. And thank you, thank you, thank you. I have just made 40,000 views on my YouTube page. Appreciate y'all. I'm on the road to 1,000 and 4,000 hours so I can finally monetize this channel. I've been really focused, and I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been supporting, sharing, watching, especially engaging in the comments, because it really helps me know what y'all feeling. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. And yeah, if you're new to my channel, I go by the name of Kerry Crucial Brothers, music producer, songwriter, dad, streamer, etc., etc. And I pretty much dedicated this channel on reinventing, rebranding, and reintroducing myself. You know what I mean? Especially being over 40. And just showing y'all the journey of what it is. And I was thinking today about life story, or your life story. We all have this idea of who we are or what we are to people or what's expected of us. And we go through our memories and our experiences, and we have this idea of what the outcome is going to be based on experiences we know. One of the things that I learned late is your story can hold you back. Because if you're thinking like, man, I know the result because when I did this, this happened, and you think that's all you're going to get out of life, it's one of those things where you don't know enough to know what you don't know. And you can't limit yourself to what you've been through, because there's going to be new experiences that happen, and there's going to be new things that change the way you feel and the way you look at life. But a lot of times we don't realize the story we have of ourselves and the attachment to that story can hold us back or slow us down from those dreams or derail us from those dreams. You know what I mean? And that's very important to take into consideration. So I read the book, Rick Rubin's book, A Creative Act, A Way of Being. Rick Rubin is one of my top 5 music producers. And one of his chapters in his book is called Connected Detachment, in parentheses, possibilities. And I enjoyed a lot of the book, but today I want to focus on this point he's making. So I want to read it and take it from there. So this chapter is called Connected Detachment, in parentheses, possibilities. Consider detaching from the story of your life as it's happening. The manuscript of the novel you worked on for years is lost in the fire. Your romantic relationship breaks up when you thought it was going well. You lose a job you care about. As hard as it may seem, seek to experience events like these as if you're watching a movie. You're observing a dramatic scene where the protagonist faces a seemingly insurmountable challenge. It's you, but it's not you. Instead of seeking into the pain of the heartbreak or the stress of being laid off or the grief of loss, if you're practicing detachment, the response might be, I wasn't expecting that plot twist. I was wondering what's going to happen to our hero next. There's always the next scene. And that next scene may be one of great beauty and fulfillment. The hard times were the required setup to allow those new experiences to come into being. The outcome is not the outcome. The darkness is not the end point, nor is the daylight. They live in a continuing, unfolding, mutual dependent cycle. Neither is good or bad. They simply exist. This practice of never assuming an experience you have as your whole story will support your life of open possibility and equanimity. Equanimity, maybe. When we obsessively focus on these events, they may appear catastrophic, but they're just a small aspect of a larger life. And the further you zoom back, the smaller each experience becomes. That's why, like, hiking and going to the top of the mountain. Because, like, once you're up there and you look down and you see all the buildings looking small and the cars looking small, it just makes you feel like, man, my problems aren't really that big. You know what I mean? You see the physical aspect of it, but it also mentally takes you above it, so to speak. So that's what I thought of when I read that line. Zoom in and obsess. Zoom out and observe. We get to choose. When we reach an impasse, we may experience feeling of hopelessness. The ability to stay out of the story, zoom back, and see new pathways into and around a challenge will be of boundless use. If we allow this principle to work on us as we work on it, our imagination frees us from the web of personal and cultural stories engulfing us. Art has the power to snap us out of our transfixion, open our minds to what's possible, and reconnect with the eternal energy that moves through all things. Ricky Rubin. So, in conclusion, we're all a work in progress. So, don't make your life into a tragedy before it has to be. And don't let people tell you what you can or cannot do when they're only judging from one page in the story of your life. They only coming in the middle of the book. It's not done till it's done. It ain't over till it's over. And I'm a true believer. Words have power. And you have to be careful of the story you tell yourself about yourself. And you have to be careful of the words you keep repeating inside your mind. They do affect you. I really believe in that. You need spelling to make words. Words are spells. Be mindful of the story and the words you use to describe yourself and describe your life. Hope you took something from that. If you want to continue this conversation, jump in the chats. Let's do it. Yeah, sometimes you can get distracted. Life is lifing. You get distracted. You start focusing on everything outside of yourself and all these inner thoughts and discussions you have in your head. You're not paying attention. You're just letting them flow. And you're just letting it absorb. And you're not being mindful or present to be aware of what you keep repeating in your head. All right? So once again, see y'all next video. 1.